This is probably the most undervalued AI stock in the market. It is very difficult to find a good AI stock right now because all of these stocks has soared dramatically over the last couple of years and their valuations are insane. Yes, the people who got early into the market have made plenty of money, but now if you invest in Nvidia and Palantir, yes, there is still a lot of room to grow for these companies, especially when it comes to Nvidia, but a lot of AI stocks look like a bubble. It is very difficult to justify their valuations no matter how you look at it. For example, take Palantir. It has a PE ratio of over like 650, and yes, you can claim that PE ratio is not everything, but you have to adjust or you have to justify their valuation and you have to find out how these companies are going to make enough money for them to even justify half of that. In the middle of everything that's happening, I think this company has a good potential because nobody is taking this company seriously when it comes to AI. Now, if you go back a couple of years ago, when Nvidia in 2022 was worth about $200 billion, today it's the world's largest company at $3.4 or $4.5 trillion valuation. And I don't think anybody imagined that back in the days that everything is going to change. Back in 2022 and 2021, Apple had the crown and their valuation was about $3 trillion. But AI has changed absolutely everything. There isn't a single company in the world today that isn't massively investing in AI, including the big tech. I mean, if you just go a few years ago, for example, back in 2020 and 2021, everybody was talking about that we should break the big tech because they have amassed so much power. It is impossible to break them. And now with the arrival of ChatGPT since 2022, everything has changed. We're not talking about breaking Apple. We're not talking about breaking Google or Meta. All of them are in danger. There are companies that are about to overtake them. So everybody is insanely investing in AI. Meta has invested a lot of money into AI and they're trying to optimize AI into every platform that they have. Palantir, of course, it's not the big tech. However, they have risen more than any other company probably in recent years. And when you look at their PE ratio, you suddenly realize that people are willing to pay a premium to invest in Palantir. Microsoft probably took the best advantage out of AI by investing in OpenAI since the early days. And that's why they have a good stake in ChatGPT. Now, another company that is trying to reshape its entire business model is, of course, Google. They have been threatened by ChatGPT, and I fully understand them because I find myself increasingly much more often using ChatGPT instead of Google. Sometimes I need to search something, and I find it much faster and much easier and much more convenient to just type it on ChatGPT and get my answer instead of searching everything on Google. And that's why you see that Google is reshaping their entire business model and they're trying to tell you that, listen, look at these options that we actually gave you from our AI answers, and then you can look into the links that are below that. So they're trying to replicate everything that ChatGPT is doing. So I can see that if they want to actually change their entire business model, I think Google is in the biggest danger when it comes to AI. But there is one company that hasn't actually taken advantage out of AI, and that is Apple. Apple had an AI disaster. They're trying to do something to make it look to their investors that they're ahead of AI. For example, their latest iPhone, the iPhone 16, everything was about Apple Intelligence. But let's be honest, Apple's attempt at trying to take advantage out of AI has been nothing short of a disaster. They haven't actually done anything, even though that ChatGPT has been around for almost 3 years now. Most of the features that they have announced in their last press conference that will be in an iPhone isn't there in the first place. So they focus so much on trying to come up with a product that will replace the iPhone, so they came out with the Apple Vision. But it seems like we are going to be using our MacBooks and iPhones in the foreseeable future. And the next big thing is the AI that will be integrated into everything. They got their lessons. They understood that they haven't done anything when it comes to AI since the creation of the Siri. And then we have another disaster that hit them, and that's Trump's tariffs. Apple's main drivers of sales is, of course, iPhones and MacBooks. And most of them are being built right now in China, and they've been shifting to India. And then Trump comes along and is like, I'm going to impose 250% tariff on China and then 100% tariff on India because they're buying Russian gas. So the question is that what exactly should Apple focus right now? Should they try to resolve their problems with the tariffs because that is going to hit their profits enormously, or they should focus on creating the next version of AI and integrate AI into their products? So I think that actually distracted Apple over the last 6 to 7 months. And if you have seen their stocks, it has actually tanked below $3 trillion because of these problems. But the good news is that, first of all, they kind of could come up with an agreement with the White House that the tariffs on the smartphones will be lifted as long as they will be investing in some kind of manufacturing facilities in the United States. But here's the biggest challenge that I see with Apple Intelligence, or Apple not taking advantage out of AI. If you look at Apple, Apple actually has grown too big at this point. It's very difficult to integrate AI into their products. First of all, there isn't a single piece of a technology that they aren't producing. Smartphones, they have them. Computers, they have them. iPads, they produce them. Smartwatches or Apple Watches, AirPods, you name it. So they literally produce pretty much every piece of a hardware that you use if you are an Apple consumer. On the other side, they literally control the software. If you want an app, you would go to the App Store. There is Apple Music, there is Apple TV, there is iCloud, there is so much things. And if Apple wants to take advantage out of AI, they have to come up with a product with an AI software that will be integrated into every single piece of technology and service that they produce or provide. So you can't actually have just a chatbot like in the case of ChatGPT. What made ChatGPT so simple is that it's just a chatbot. Yes, it is the most powerful chatbot that you can think about. You can ask it anything. You can even ask it to generate images. You can talk to it. It's gonna give you the best possible answers. And Apple is far away from ChatGPT. But ChatGPT is literally one application. But with Apple, you have to integrate it into every single piece of software and hardware that you have. You want to seamlessly use your AI thing on your iPhone, and then on your Apple Watch, and then on your MacBook, and then on your iPad, and so on and so forth. And I think that challenge has prevented so far Apple to take advantage out of it. So while everybody is buying Palantir, everybody is buying Nvidia and Microsoft and Google, thinking that these are the AI companies that are taking the best advantage out of AI, people are neglecting Apple. In fact, a lot of people are even selling their Apple stocks because they don't believe that Apple will actually make it. And that was actually my case, almost my case, I would say so, because I have been an Apple investor for a very, very long time right now. And when everything has happened, when ChatGPT came out with it, I realized that, yes, I started using ChatGPT at the end of 2022, but then I'm looking at Apple, and Apple is not taking advantage out of it. They came out with iPhone 16 and Apple Intelligence, and then I realized that, yes, of course, Apple Intelligence is nothing but just some random words they came up with because the latest iPhone doesn't even have the features that they have advertised. And I was thinking that maybe it's time to sell my Apple stocks, because how long will this continue? If they don't take advantage out of AI, the stocks will continue tanking. AI is the biggest invention of our lifetime. It is even probably more important than the internet itself. And now Apple is not taking advantage out of it, and they missed the boat. Apple might be the next Nokia that is about to disappear. Once upon a time, Nokia phones were in the hands of every single one of us. And now nobody even knows what Nokia is. So that could be the potential fate of Apple if they don't take advantage out of AI. But here's what I believe, that Apple most likely is going to be the company that will take the best advantage out of AI. It might not seem like that today, but it looks like they have the best opportunity in the market. On one side, you have the users. On the other side, you have the AI. Now, it's impossible for the users to use AI directly. There is always the middleman, and the middleman is the hardware that you use. That hardware could be your MacBook, it could be your iPad, it could be your iPhone, it could be anything. And this is Apple's biggest advantage. And if they actually succeed at turning or using or creating an AI software that will be integrated into every single piece of Apple products, there's still plenty of people who haven't actually used AI at all, who hasn't actually used ChatGPT or Grok. And Apple could be that company that will introduce him to AI, but Apple will do it in its own method or in its own way by seamlessly or flawlessly integrating AI into every single piece of technology and service that they provide and produce. Imagine for a moment where they can entirely reimagine Safari. Now, I find myself, as I told you a bit earlier, that I'm started using ChatGPT much more often than Google just to search things on the internet. Imagine when you have a Safari and you pull out your iPhone and you go to your Safari, and instead of having the Google search that we typically see all the time, you're going to have a Safari chatbot. Now, currently, Google pays iPhone or Apple in general $18 billion annually for Google to be the default search engine on every single iPhone. But I could easily reimagine a scenario where Safari will actually be a replacement for ChatGPT in the first place, and it's possible for them to do it. It was impossible for them to compete with Google when Google was the search engine, but now with AI, it is possible for Apple to get rid of Google entirely and simply have a chatbot that will replace all of that. Again, I'm not sure to what extent that is possible, but based on what I see right now that's happening with AI, I think that is a scenario. And that is probably how they can reimagine every single app and every single service that they produce. Apple stock is of course slightly suffering at this point. Their valuation slightly increased to $3.4 trillion. Their PE ratio is very stable for a company like Apple at 34.87. And their revenues and profits are pretty good. The revenues at almost $400 billion with their net income at around $100 billion. And up until recently, it seemed like Apple has reached its full potential. There are no more iPhones that you can sell. You've actually captured enough of the market. You can keep selling your iPhones, but not at the level that you used to sell in the past. And then you have to justify your stock price. You have to justify to investors why Apple stock is going to continue rising. They kept coming out with different products. They kept coming out with different apps and services to increase their revenue. But it seems like the only way they can double that revenue is by using AI. And that could be their next thing that will unlock new revenue sources for Apple. And that's why Apple is probably the most underrated AI stock at this point. Now, they can actually fail at that, and their stock will actually continue suffering. On the other side, if you're investing in any stock, you always want to invest in a stock that you see that is going through some hardships. Because if everybody is buying a certain stock, most likely that stock is turning into a bubble. For example, Palantir. It's a great company, it's a great stock, it is rising dramatically, but it's very difficult to justify that valuation. And if you go right now and invest in Palantir, I'm not saying that it will not rise after that. It might actually continue rising after that. But again, it turns like into a bubble. It turns like into gambling because you're not investing into it because you're justifying that valuation and you have some kind of a good reason behind it, but rather it just seems like everybody's just investing hoping that it will continue rising. On the other side, Apple is going through a crisis. Its stock is selling at a discount because they haven't taken full advantage out of AI. In fact, I would say that they haven't taken any advantage out of AI. Now they struck a deal with the White House because I was a bit skeptical whether they will be able to strike a deal with Donald Trump. First, they had this exemption, and then later Donald Trump said that there will be tariffs on iPhones, and now just probably a week ago, they actually struck a good deal with the White House. As long as Apple will be investing in the United States, there will not be tariffs on iPhones. And that's why I think if you're looking into an AI stock, I guess Apple has a good potential. But I want you to understand that I'm not saying that Apple has the potential to grow by 1,000% over the next couple of years. That is not going to happen whether you like that or not. But this is a stock that has a potential to grow by 100% over the next 2 years, for example, when they start taking advantage out of AI. They haven't introduced that yet. Maybe they will introduce it in this September. Maybe they will introduce it by the end of the year or the beginning of the next year. And that's where the stock will go to $3 trillion, $3.5 trillion, or maybe even, I would say, $4.5 to $5 trillion and will compete directly with NVIDIA. That's it for today. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.